Hello there, Marissa from Grow in the Flow, popping into your inbox here for a quick hello and update and pull some cards for us. It has been such a busy start to 2024 for me. I wonder how it has been for you. I actually am just finishing today the last of the year ahead readings. So many of you were with me for a 2024 year ahead spread, these massive readings that I love to do each year. That took me longer than anticipated because life, right? 4 kids and all the things. There was a lot going on here personally in my household and moving through a number of different challenges that really called upon me to be flexible, to be patient, to be able to flow with life, and also to have tremendous gratitude for the flexibility to do so, to be in a place where I was able to make that work, but also for many of you, for your patience and trust in divine timing. And that was definitely confirmed through so many of the messages that came forward. It was perfect timing. I may have wanted to deliver the readings sooner, but the timing just worked out where there may have been something that came to pass for you prior to me pulling the cards, and that energy wouldn't have been present had we tuned in sooner, and so forth. So always trusting in divine timing, which is not always aligned with our timing. But I'm super excited to have gotten all of those out to you and loving all of the feedback that's coming in. That is a reading that will continue to be available. So if you didn't get one and you're interested, I will leave that at the special price that I have right now with my winter offerings. And it's a 12-month look. So it's great for birthdays, milestone events, like projecting out a year ahead, looking at the energies that are coming in, doing it as the calendar year, January through December, or we can do the zodiac year, which the new year for the zodiac is kicking off for Aries season. So that's coming in too. So there's a lot of different ways to do it. So if you're interested, they also make fantastic gifts for milestones and, looking ahead for a new trip around the sun or whatever's transpiring for someone. So that one is checked off my list, and I'm continuing to work on some of my more in-depth sessions. And of course, we have our monthly empowerment pack. So that's what I wanted to pop in here. I'm having an idea here to offer a bonus with the March empowerment pack. So many of you know that every month I offer a series of readings in a bundle for you. And what that is we tap into the energies of an incoming month, the month of March coming up next, where I put together for you an altar space that has healing elements, crystals and healing energy sprays and oracle cards, and I pick a featured deck that we work with for the month. And I do a part 1 of that reading, which gives us all of that overview. And then we pull cards just for you to tap into your beginning, middle, and end of the month. So that's reading number 1. These readings are pre-recorded so that you can view them in your time. And then you and I can dialogue about them on the other side. You can also rewatch them and revisit them as you would like. So then for the 2 major lunations of the month, we will get together for then the new moon and the full moon with 2 additional pre-recorded readings. So again, I pre-record the readings because it creates a special space that I'm able to hold the energy that I'm bringing forward for you, and then allows you to receive that and take that in your time. And then we follow up with your intentions, your wishes, or where you would like to focus for that given moon phase. And then I pull personal cards for you for special messages and support around those lunations. So that's the empowerment pack in a nutshell, although it also includes 1 card pulls whenever you would like. And of course, we can communicate and connect throughout the month. So it's really a wonderful way to work comprehensively with the cards, the way that I love to share them, from an empowered place where we're not predicting the future. we are using them as a tool to connect in with your wise self, right? With your higher self and guides as well as mine, to really get some insight into the energy around the situation or the month or the lunation or whatever we're tuning into, to help you make decisions from an empowered place. So that's the empowerment pack. Really enjoy working with some amazing people every month, and would love to have you join if you feel so called to give it a try. So what I would like to do is offer a bonus reading. So if you would like to join me for the empowerment pack in the month of March, if you book by February 24th, the full moon in Virgo coming right up, you will receive that reading as a bonus. So you'll actually get 4 readings starting next week with that full moon in Virgo. So just wanted to make everybody aware of that special offer. It's for a limited time. As long as you book by the 24th, you will get that bonus reading. So there'll be a link here with some details where you can just claim it via Venmo or PayPal, or you're welcome to just reach out to me and we can discuss if you have any questions, etc. Let me pull a couple of cards here for us while we're here. I'm going to use the Light Seers just to tap into for just some collective messages around this weekend. We're moving, transitioning from Aquarius season to Pisces season. Happy birthday to all the Pisces out there. And just navigating it all, right? There's so much going on right now collectively and individually for each of us, and so many different areas of focus that we can tune into. That, you know, there's just, it's a time again for us to get really connected within, getting grounded, getting rooted, and really coming into our own bodies so that we're able to navigate the very unpredictable outer world with as much grace and ease as possible. It is in fact the theme of our year, which is an 8 year numerologically. 2024 is an 8. And that brings us into a place of empowerment for manifestation, for abundance, and also for working with the energies of the card 8 in the tarot, the Strength card, which is all about inner courage, bravery, shining our light, standing in our joy, and so much more. That's something that we really got into in the 2024 year ahead readings, right? So let's see what's coming forward for us this weekend collectively, starting with a card to know. I like to do this 3-card spread. Ooh, there's definitely some blending and alchemizing happening here with that 2 of Cups. That's beautiful. And then to do and any action to take or what to be aware of in terms of action steps. 5 of Cups. Okay, yeah, Pisces season is coming. We've got 2 cards back to back from the Cup suit for water. Water being emotion and flow and feels and bringing us into that place. And then we have the 3rd card, which is to be. So just to be. So what do we need to know there? To be. Oh, we've got some pentacles. Perfect. Okay, because that'll take us into the week and get us into those seeds that we're planting. Okay, so yeah, that 2 of Cups and 5 of Cups. So this is highlighting partnerships, some type of 2 coming together. So there's this aspect of 2 coming together, which can be relationships, romantic, friendships, business partnerships, aspects of ourself coming together. I like to point out the different hues in the skin tone as light and dark, you know, like aspects of 2 different things, because this is where we were talking about the yang and the yin of it, with action and reception, you know, being. And so with those 2 aspects coming together, you know, we're navigating a lot of energies right now. And so that's where the action of the 5 of Cups comes in, because this is a card of grieving and feeling a loss, something that has spilled. You know, a lot of times this card speaks to crying over spilled milk, you know, and we can see in the card that some cups have spilled and their contents are making their way into this drain, right? There's this energy of what has been spilled from our life that is leaving. There's an energy of leaving. And one of the things about this card that gives me a sense of like, it's very pulling from us of our life force energy. It's something that we could feel very heavy, and that can be moving through some very substantial losses, mourning, feeling the heaviness of those things and, having on one hand a call to be present with that and allowing ourselves to really feel it. Oftentimes I'll say you have to feel it to heal it. These emotions, again, that are things that are leaving. There's a lot of things transitioning right now in so many ways, in so many of our lives, in many, many different ways, things that are happening collectively, things that happen individually that we are moving through. And they rightfully so, right? So it's not just crying over spilled milk, like get over it. There is also an energy though of what lies on the other side. There's actually like this rainbow cup brimming with possibility just over her shoulder that she's not seeing because there's energy being pulled in a direction that is not fulfilling, is not mutually beneficial like what we see in this Two of Cups. So there is something there that's looking for release. And that's where I think we're building up to this full moon, right? Because full moons are for what we are releasing, letting go, shedding, forgiving. And this has been a really key theme about clearing out in order to create space for the new. All of these things, and here's where our being comes in, these seeds that we've planted, the wishes, the hopes, the intentions for this year, the goodness that you want to call into your life, focusing on those rainbow full cups that you do have, the blessings that are all around you. And yet the Seven of Pentacles is one that calls on us to kind of pause, because there is this period where we might not be seeing that much yet. Right? Because depending on where you are in the world, it's still winter. I have checked that box. As far as I'm concerned, I've moved on, but I'm in southeastern PA and we've got snow coming overnight and I am not here for it. So there is an aspect of dark, of cold, of what's been buried, of what's underground that we can't yet see. But it's a card, and you got to see the full picture here. It's a card that says, look at all those things you've got going. You might not be able to see all of those things yet, right? They're under the soil. They are germinating. You planted these seeds in some cases a long time ago, right? And your care and the tending that you've been doing to these things in your life is what is helping to foster and cultivate the growth that is coming. But the Seven of Pentacles says pause. Take a moment to really recognize all that you have done, all that has already come to pass. And yes, with that can be some great losses, can be some things that were pretty heavy or that we miss or that we are sad to see go or are bittersweet at best, right? But there's this call for really pulling together, persevering through this process, through this time that we are in this sort of transitionary state. Fives represent change, and change can be confusing, chaotic. There's a lot of moving parts, so fives can be a little disruptive, to put it mildly. Again, depending on how it's showing up for you, these can be significant things. So we're not bypassing it. We do have to go through the growth process, which includes some of those growing pains, right? That includes some of that darker time. This is always a card that reminds me of that beautiful saying that says, perhaps when it's dark and you feel as if you've been buried, you've actually been planted. So bloom, right? And then bloom where you are planted, right? So whatever the circumstances, whatever we find ourselves facing, there is this energy of perseverance, of knowing that you have already laid such firm, groundwork in the seeds that you've planted, the intentions that you have set, and it is coming. So that's something that will be unfolding, especially as we move into March and into the new season that's coming up, that we will certainly be tapping into in the work that I'll be doing. But, just kind of feeling this on the back of Valentine's Day, and maybe for some, this does bring to mind those types of connections and partnerships and, connecting in with love in all of its many forms, that is being illuminated here as something that, for all the losses, for all the things that have left or that have spilled, or those contents, there's no getting them back into the cups, or perhaps our cups were never filled with some particular thing that we had been wanting. There's actually so much coming in terms of finding those hidden blessings, finding the gratitude in the nooks and the crannies, and the redirections, kind of taking us full circle back to where I started here. All the best laid plans and the frustration and the disappointment, and even, sometimes the real worry that's associated with some of the issues that I've been attending to personally, being able to find the blessings in all of those things and allowing those things to inform my perspective as I move into the new, and allow those things to be the fertilizer for what has been planted that will be coming forward. So I hope that resonates for you. Just a quick check-in here. Thank you so much for tuning in. And like I said, I'll have some links here for different ways that we can connect and work together if you're not familiar. But I would love to connect with you. If you have any questions, please reach out. But if you would like that special with the bonus reading, the March Empowerment Pack, do check out the link or drop me a message. Thank you so much. Sending you lots of love. Have a wonderful weekend.